It is one thing when the hurt comes from an expected source, but how do you cope when the hurt comes from within, from like minded people? Well, that's coming up next on Higher Learning. As believers, we can expect to be hurt by those who do not know God. Jesus said that they will hate you because of me. We may even be hurt by those within our own families. But when the hurt is from within the walls of the church, from fellow like minded Christians, how do we cope with that type of hurt? After all, you felt that the space within the walls of the church was a safe space where folks who have gone through what you've gone through are now dwelling together in unity, a place where there is encouragement and support because you didn't receive love, encouragement, or support outside the walls of the church. But now you've got to adjust your defenses to protect yourself from within. And for some, that is a hard adjustment to make. However, the same God that protected you outside the walls of the church is the same God that will chastise, correct, and convict those on the inside. God chastens those that he loves, especially those that have seemingly forgotten that they have buried their sin nature. Those that God needs to remind that the old ways have passed away, and behold, all things are now new. However, sometimes we return to the scene of the crime, trying to pick up the old pieces of our past, those pieces that God broke off. They have forgotten that those pieces were broken off for a reason. You know, we now have on new clothes, but some people have a hard time adjusting to the new fit, the new way to respond, and the new way to live. So they return, pick up the old pieces, and relive the old ways. But that is what it is, old and contaminated by unclean spirits. So why would someone put on dirty clothes now that they have been washed? Unfortunately, it does happen. And when it does, we can run to the Father. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge, my fortress, my God. In him I will trust. He knows everything and he sees everything. Therefore, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and mind through Jesus Christ. He will protect your heart, your mind, and your very soul, so that you will be able to stand before those who try to hurt you and say to them, I love you. God's love can chastise, correct, and convict, and will cause the true believer to turn from their wicked ways, repent, and ask for forgiveness. So, yes, the hurt from within is very real, but the God we serve can repair any hurt, restore any wayward child, renew us all in the right spirit, where he will cover us with his feathers, and under his wings we shall take refuge, and his truth shall be our shield and buckler. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.